What's up, everybody? It is I, Tevin El Chapo. Friends call me Chop, and we are back with another episode of Chop Logic. Let's go, where we get to the logic of things in my very own special Chop way. Again, I'm your host, Tevin El Chapo. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode. Yes, we are here. I appreciate y'all so much. If you haven't been watching, welcome. If you've been watching, you're returning. Welcome back, and we're here. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to like this video. It's crucial that you like the video and subscribe. You gotta do both. And I got a third thing for you. Comment below your favorite moment of each episode. All right. Now, I hope you are doing this, enjoying this leisure podcast. Let's sit back a little bit. Let's relax. You know what I mean? Let's cool out. You know, let's find a balance, because today it's all about work-life balance. You know, the balance of figuring out the work and the life. Real plain ain't about saying it, but yeah, you know, as creatives, it's super crucial that we make sure that we create some type of work-life balance in our lives. So it may not be particularly easy given the nature of our work, especially as entrepreneurs, but we try and make things happen as much as possible. You know, achieving a work-life balance is super difficult. Just jumping right into it. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. One of the hardest things to do in terms of work-life balance is knowing when to stop working. Because we don't have set hours as, you know, creatives, videographers, photographers, we may not have set hours to do things. We may not know what it means to actually stop working on things, or to stop looking for clientele, or to stop and take a vacation. You know, as an entrepreneur, it's tough. As a creative, it's double tough. You always feel like you need to do more, but sometimes less is more. Sometimes you need to reset, get your mind right, get your body right, your spirit, your energy is important. Are you eating on a daily basis? Are you bathing on a regular basis? Are you making sure that every part of your life is fulfilled? You don't want to just live an unfulfilled life, and you don't want to lose people around you. You don't want to be unhealthy. There's so many different things that constitute just having a good work-life balance. So it's super important that you make sure that you don't get any burnout. Burnout can happen very easily, especially for what we do. People are going to ask a lot out of us. As videographers, we get asked to do so many different things. A lot of things may not even be in our wheelhouse or even in our description of what it is we're supposed to be doing. So it's easy to get burned out. And you got to know when to take time for yourself as much as possible. Some things that you can do in terms of a good work-life balance is making sure that you are taking that time for yourself. You also want to make sure that you have some type of hobby outside of creating. For me, I like a good hike when it's warm outside. When it's cold, I'm chilling, watching a movie or something. I like going to the beach when it's warm outside. I work out, go to the gym. You definitely want to keep your health in order. Cooking can be a good hobby to have. So there's so many different things that you can do to make sure that you're maintaining a good work-life balance. Things that can take you out of just having to work every day, essentially. So you want to make sure that you're doing the best that you can for yourself and doing the best that you can for the people around you, whether it be just doing right by people in business, but also doing right for yourself to make sure that you can maintain the business as much as possible. Because it's hard to maintain a business when you're about to fall out. It's hard to shoot content for somebody and you pass out because you ain't been eating. And you can't hold that gimbal because you ain't been working out, so your arm's too weak. Or you just fall because you're tired, you're sleepy. You've been working 23 hours in a 24-hour day with no food in your stomach. You gotta take care of yourself. Some other things you can do, meditate. Meditation is a great way to get a good work-life balance and just get your mind together. Get your mental health in order. Go to therapy if you need it. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Don't let anybody confuse you otherwise. Even if you need therapy to just decompress. Find another creative outlet. Your creative outlet may be video. Try to do some music. If your outlet is music, maybe do some art, painting. Just something to relax. Take your mind off of the troubles of the day. That's a work-life balance. Know the art of work-life balance and know that it's an art, not a science. You got to take that vacation. You may not know when, but just block it off in the future anyway. Anything comes up those dates that isn't an emergency, you let it be. Take that vacation. Take that time with your family. Take that time by yourself. Don't be apologetic about taking this time for yourself. Sometimes I was put into situations where I had to essentially work 6 out of 7 days. And that 7th day, I was asked to do something for someone too. And I had to say no. I needed that time back. Don't be afraid to take your time back. And look, I know you may be working with someone, you may be locked in with them, but you gotta be locked in with self too. Can't do nothing for nobody if you ain't taking care of yourself. Even if you locked in with someone full time, like you're a full-time videographer for one entity, you wanna make sure that you still find time to give to yourself. Because honestly, that's actually tougher than having multiple clients sometimes. Because that person, that corporation, whoever it is that you're doing the videography services for, they may be calling you out of the blue to do stuff. You may have set days where you say, hey, I want to take time for myself, and you just can't because it's calling. Business is calling. I took a day off yesterday and I was still taking business calls. So even if you can't have the full day, just take as much time as possible. You know, it's just the overall well-being of your life. So, you know, sometimes we take business so seriously and the well-being of our business life so seriously that we ignore our work-life balance and we ignore the other parts of our lives that need to also be successful as well. We don't necessarily pay attention to our health deteriorating, our mental health, our spiritual health, our walks with God. We ignore these things for the sake of money. And it's not necessarily something to ever really ignore. The money doesn't heal all of these things. If you're malnourished, money can feed you, but you still got to buy the food and you still got to take time to eat it. Money doesn't heal your soul. Money can get you a doctor and some medicine, but you still got to take the time to see the doctor and take the medicine. So you have to have time for yourself. You have to balance everything that you're doing in your business, but also treat every other part of your life just as seriously. Because what's all the money in the world if you're not healthy enough to spend it? Or you're too lonely because you didn't build any good relationships with your friends and family because you spent so much time chasing the bag. What does it all really mean at that point? Do you value money more than you value yourself? More than you value your mother, your siblings, your girl or boyfriend, God? You gotta have work-life balance. So just the benefits of just having a good work-life balance, it makes you work better. You get to work smarter, refreshed, stronger. One hand washes the other. It's not one taken away from the other. When you let your life be fulfilled by fulfilling every area, it benefits the business. When you don't, it messes up the business. And that's the whole point of just what I'm saying. You're going to make sure that it's a work-life, a balance. The word balance is crucial. Make sure you're balancing both sides of the coin. That's what's going to keep you alive and well and keep you in business simultaneously. That's pretty much everything I got. You know, it's real light. You know, there's so many other things you can do. Work-life balance. There's so many different things you can do. Like I said, meditate. You can go outside. We are sponsored still by Touch Grass and sunlight and fresh air. We just got a new sponsor called Drink Water. We just got a brand new sponsor. It's called Drink Your Water. All right. Get some sleep. All the things. Read a good book. Watch one of your favorite movies. Pray. All the things, you know, just make sure that you fulfill in all areas of your life. Spend time with your family and friends. Money comes and goes. But time, you'll never get that back. And you don't want to regret anything because you spent so much time chasing the bag that you didn't fulfill any part of your life with your time. So a lot of things to consider with a work-life balance. Definitely do what you can, make the time when you can. The beauty of it, the beauty and the struggle of it is that there is no set time. So there is no set time. So you just got to figure out a good schedule that works for you and works for what you're doing. But also you got to make sure that you're still finding time to do it. So like, yeah, you may seem overwhelmed at times, but since you're not confined to any set schedule, you can easily take that time back whenever you need it. Utilize it. Utilize it. So that is everything I got on work-life balance. What are some of your ways of balancing your work life with your life? Let us know in the comments below. We're definitely going to get into our trivia section where you can get a possible chance to win a cash prize and maybe use that cash prize for some work-life balance type stuff. But first, we need a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Chop House Media Group. Now listen, podcasting is hard, all right? There's a lot of moving parts to a successful podcast, whether it be the shooting side, the post-production side, the audio mixing and mastering, just having the right strategy and know how to even get this podcast in the right places and getting it into the right positions to get monetized. And that is where Chop House Media Group helps out at. We have coined the phrase, the podcast in the box, where we pretty much facilitate anything and everything that you need to run a successful podcast, between the production, the post-production, the strategy, and the tips and tricks that you need to be 1,000% successful in every single aspect of your podcasting career. Now, if you are interested in being a part of this and making sure that you get your podcast to the next level, whether you are just now starting out your podcast or you are already in the podcasting field but want to take it to another level, be sure to hit the link below and schedule your free consultation with us to make sure that we get your podcast up and going further than you can ever imagine. All right, again, thank you to Chop House Media Group for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the show. And we're back. All right, we are here for the trivia section of the episode. If you don't know, let me tell you so. So listen, this is basically how it goes. We got my producer, Javane, in the back. Say what's up, Javane. And he's going to give me some questions provided by our ChatGPT AI overlords. Now, if I get the questions correct, I get to keep my cash prize for the week. If I get them incorrect, I got to give a cash prize to you, the viewer. So what you got to do to win that cash prize is real simple. First things first, you must be subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you are listening to this audio only, I implore you to go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. You can even go back. If you listen to it, go back to the video portion, subscribe and comment, like all the things, right? So you're going to subscribe first. You're going to like the video second. Comment below third. We'll pick somebody from the comments to win the cash prize. If I get the questions wrong, 2 out of 3. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
Get to it.
All right. About this work-life balance and your mental health.
Yes, sure.
Let's get into it. So number 1 is, which of the following is an effective way to boost mental well-being as a creative? A, isolating yourself from others to focus more. B, engaging in hobbies and creative projects without pressure. C, ignoring stress and working harder. Or D, comparing your work to others constantly.
Let me get A and B again.
A is isolating yourself from others to focus more, and B is engaging in hobbies and creative projects without pressure.
I want to say B, but A is also pretty valid. So B, final answer.
B, final answer. That's good news for somebody, and you're about to find out who, because the answer is B.
Yes. I mean, honestly, isolation can be a way of work-life balance if that's something that you need. As an introvert myself, I may need isolation sometimes.
True.
Like sometimes interacting with people. Definitely need time to yourself. I went to PodFest. Shout out to all the people I met at PodFest. I went there, and immediately the day after that I got back home, spent 24 hours at home by myself. So it is valid. Now, mindfulness is always crucial. So you always want to be mindful of the fact that you don't want to stay isolated forever. So like one day of isolation for me was good, and I was right back to it after that. But Yeah, so just wanted to say that.
Cool. Podfest. Good stuff. All right.
Shout out to Podfest.
Number 2 is which mindset can help creatives deal with self-doubt and imposter syndrome? Got A, understanding that growth takes time and learning from feedback. B, avoiding all criticism and working in isolation. C, expecting perfection in every project. Or D, constantly comparing your work to top industry professionals.
Let me get A again.
Understanding that growth takes time and learning from feedback.
A, final answer.
A, final answer, he says. And he is... Dun-dum. Dun-dum. What, you think you're right?
The suspense is for y'all, not for me. I know it's A. Come on now. It's A, bro.
So what you're saying is you'd be reading the answers before we...
I did not say nothing like that, no.
That's why I'm picking up.
Say that. No,
That's why I'm picking up.
No. I don't know these questions. But
all right. Yeah, the answer is actually A. So
there you go. Come on now. I know this one, man. Come on now. Yeah, you definitely... yeah, you want to make sure you just don't compare yourself and don't steal your own joy and things of that nature.
True.
Work-life balance.
True. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Number 3 is what is a common challenge creatives face when managing work-life balance? A, you got too much free time. B, irregular work hours and client demands. C, having too many hobbies. Or D, a lack of creative inspiration.
I gotta say B. Final answer.
B, irregular work hours and client demands.
Yes.
All right, viewers. He went 3 for 3. That's correct. I'm so sorry.
Oh, in case you
y'all.
did not know.
I'm so sorry. ChatGPT gonna have to come up with some better questions, some harder stuff.
We're gonna tweak the algorithm next time.
Yeah, we gonna do something.
Like
we can't be having no 3 for 3 around here. Not on my watch.
Nah, listen. Yeah, not on Javon's watch. I don't mind it, but
he don't mind. Obviously, he get to keep his money.
Yeah, of course. But hey, so sorry. Maybe next time for sure. Like I said, we do this every week. So watch next week for another chance to win. Or you can watch some of the previous weeks if you hadn't caught up to those as well. You can win a chance there too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any incorporation or any idea what these questions are before we record. So don't blame me. All right. Hit up Javane if you got a problem with the questions. If you have a problem with any of the questions or any of these episodes and you not being a chance to win no money, you take it up with the producer of this show, Javane Stewart. He will definitely hear all your inquiries. Don't take it anywhere else because it won't be heard nowhere else.
ChatGPT next week, we gonna say less. That's all I gotta say. Say less.
All right, that's a bad. Yeah, say less.
Say less.
So, like I said, nobody else is gonna hear them inquiries but him. So, feel free to reach out to him directly about that.
Oh, that's just that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know what I'm saying?
Put me on blast like that.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. I just want to make sure they don't try and blame me. As the face of the show.
I mean,
they're gonna be real quick to put me on it. I didn't have no part of that.
I mean,
listen, this is a multiple person team right here. All right, so don't put it on me. But nevertheless, this has been another episode of Chop Logic. You can still subscribe to the YouTube channel for multiple chances to win a cash prize. Like this video. What was your favorite part? How do you balance your work with your life? What do you do? What are some of your favorite hobbies? Let us know in the comments below. Again, I'm Tevin No Chapo. Friends call me Chop. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.